Okay. Yes, awesome. So yeah, thank you guys for attending the June 21st weekly wins event. Also, I would like to extend my thanks and gratitude for our core dev team members as well. Dave, why are you sitting there? You have to be on this side of the room, this side, if possible. Try to, yeah. Again, I would like to extend my gratitude for our core dev team members for trying to show up here on time. I know it must have been very, very difficult to come here on time. I can understand your circumstances, but let's just try to develop this habit of discipline. That's actually really nice. So we're going to be starting off our event, early on. So yes, a lot must have happened this week. So the agenda remains the same. We're going to be going over some personal wins. Organizational updates will follow because we have Emre with us this weekend for the weeks to come. We'll also be sharing some educational updates, communications by Vanessa, product by Zalalam and his team. G4 updates, IPSA will be giving us the AS2 G4 updates, and we will be going over individually for our A2SV University or AIT, G4 updates. Finally, core development team will give us their updates and conclusive remarks will follow. I tried to reach out to Mr. Alper, Mr. Ali. I haven't received any kind of response from any of them. So, hopefully, maybe Emre will give us the conclusive remarks. That's what's going to happen. So, yes, let's try to come out here, share some personal wins. Let's see if we have any nominations or volunteers. If not, maybe I'll start with myself, and somehow I'll feel entitled to nominate anyone because I have shared my own. So yes, what happened to me throughout this week? So as you guys are aware, I'm a 5th year software engineering student out at Java Science and Technology University. So the past Monday, I had a chance to defend my project, and it was a success. I mean, at the moment, it was not. The woman was really skeptical. She was like, "How was this scope even allowed? What you guys did for throughout the entire year, it's not enough. You guys had like an entire year to prepare something nice, and what you delivered is not really sufficient." And we were arguing, and finally we heard the results yesterday. It came out nice, I believe. So yeah, me and my team, my school team, right after this right after we're going to be going over there. We're going to have some team dinner together, to celebrate the 1 year that we have came through. That's what's going to happen today. It was pretty nice. Actually, I personally had to go and talk to our instructor. You know, I had to tell her and explain a few things. I had to knock on her office, and she was like, "Come in and lock the door behind you." And I was like, "Ooh, what's going to happen?" And she was like, Dragon, what's happening? So, and I had to use my charms and stuff like that. And either way, we got an A+. That's what matters. What happened inside that office will remain in that office. Yeah, so more or less, that's pretty much how my week went. It was pretty stressful, by the way, because we had a lot of exams going on, and while I was in Morocco, I missed 2 exams. So as you guys can understand, I was 2 exams behind the actual schedule of having to take all those exams, and we have like an exit exam ahead of us as well. So things have been pretty hectic, but we've managed to come through. So that's how my week went by. I would like to nominate someone, and maybe that someone can share with us their personal wins. Fizzy, how are you? How about you come out here, share some personal wins, because you are smiling ever since the event started, so you must have something interesting to share with us. Fizzy, come out here, everybody. Let's go. I love what's happening with the hair, Fizzy. Looks really nice. Here you are.
Hi everyone. I really don't have a personal win for this week, unfortunately.
Anything that interesting that happened this week can suffice.
Literally, my life is not as interesting as yours.
Absolutely nothing?
Yeah.
Did you receive any funny email? It can
No.
be a funny spam. It can be some YouTube recommendation.
Nothing. Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
YouTube ads. Have you seen some funny ads?
No.
Wow. Talk about boring, right?
Yep. I'm sorry.
Okay. In that case,
I nominate Beza.
Beza. One thing about Beza really hates standing in front of a crowd. Beza, come out here. Beza, nothing to be scared of by the people. Like, all these people are our friends. So yeah, you guys need to be able to adapt, and standing in front of a crowd, because it's going to help you in the long run. Please, what happened throughout the week? Tell us something interesting that happened. Some personal wins.
Nothing from the personal win side, but we finished the internship today.
That happened today.
That happened today.
Mm-hmm.
The closing ceremony was nice.
Did you eat cake?
I did not.
Neither did I. Where did the cake go then?
For the interns, like for the people who deserve it, actually.
I see. Okay. Okay, what else happened? And by the way, don't you guys have like anything interesting to share? Who has something interesting to share, by the way? Nothing? Football match, video games, some videos you saw? I mean, I could go on and ramble all day, by the way, if I was given the chance. But that's just me. كيف تفصلون فيه. Okay, please, let's have you nominate someone. Anyone, just point. I'll drag them out. Who? You?
Yes.
You? Thank you, Beza. You will tell us something interesting that happened this week, or something that happened in Morocco. Oh, you're just kidding. Let's not mention Morocco this week.
Hello everyone.
Hi, you.
Not much personal win.
Actually, not much. But
Yeah,
what happened though?
maybe some personal lose.
Some person
I
loses.
just lost my earbuds.
Oh, you lost his earbuds. Okay, this is actually the perfect setting. Who? As in you lost your earbuds. Well, this is not lost and found, but everybody started raising their hands. So what the heck?
Yeah.
But like,
Maybe
yeah,
if that's something interesting, like
that's really interesting. Well,
Yeah.
how did that make you feel, right? How did losing your earphones make you feel? And how much did they cost? That's something that I would like to know.
let's not go there. Like
You let your earphone down.
It's fine.
Organization. The Sony ones.
Yeah.
How much? Their cost, we need to know. Okay.
Maybe another thing.
Confidential. All right.
Yeah.
What else? What juicy details can you give us about these earphones?
This week,
Mm-hmm.
not much. Like this happened Monday, so it ruined almost half my week.
Ruined
The
almost.
rest was
I can understand because same thing happened to me. By the way, I lost my earbuds as well, but not really the earbuds, but the case. I lost the case, so now I have these. Just the earphone. Unfortunately for me, Kenna, should I say? Kenna has like the exact same buds, so I use his case to charge my own earbuds. But you don't see me here like complaining about it, do you? Am I complaining about it, team? No, I'm not. Thank you so much. I mean, I would jump into the organizational updates, but Emre is still not here, so I'm still, trying to loosen up the environment until he gets here. So yeah, let's see who else we can have out here. Let's see if we can have any volunteers now. It's actually an interesting setting where you guys can actually practice your communication skills as well. It really tests you, by the way. Seriously, it's not that easy. So anybody, wow, the amount of people looking down is insane. Okay, Yarid, how about you? How about you come out here, share some personal wins, what happened, tell us something juicy, interesting.
Hello everyone, my name is Yared. For my personal wins this week, similar to Dagi, we had our defense this week, and my group passed. I don't mean to brag or anything, but they say our project is one of the best. And another thing is, as a personal win for me, I wore a suit this week for the defense. I take that as a personal win. And take my word for it, I look good in a suit.
I confirm. I can confirm.
Okay. Another personal win. What? The project? Okay. So imagine, what we did is just paint this picture in your head. There's a globe. And on the globe,
Earth?
there's a globe, Earth.
Okay.
And the project is about seeing the history, like past history, and changing borders and events that happened in history. Basically, what you do is there's a timeline, kind of a slider. You slide that, and then you see the borders changing on the globe. And what you do is, after selecting one country, you can see major events that happened in that country during that time. Might seem easy, but it looks good.
No, it does not seem
Complications
easy.
in the back end. We had to go through a lot of trouble to get the data. Big ups to Henok. And that's it. So I'll nominate another person.
Please do. But I think we need a demonstration of the project, right? It seems pretty interesting. And maybe next week, Yari, we need a demonstration. All right. Let's have you nominate one more person, and maybe I will have to go call Emre.
Let's see. Lealem.
Lealem.
Yes.
As Imre likes to say it, Lealem.
Lealem.
Thank you, Arid. Lealem, how are you? What's been happening this week? Tell us.
Well, nothing much.
Of course, that's to be expected.
An interesting project. I'm still working on skill bridge. It's not a globe or something, but it's an interesting project.
Well,
Other than that, I started this book, The Beast Things. So far, it's a really good book.
the what?
The Beast Things.
Beast things?
Do you know beast?
Bee? Oh, the bee stings.
Yes.
Let me guess what the story, the plot line is about. Some bee stings a person. You know? No?
It happens. Yeah?
Okay. All right.
Bee stinging a woman.
And then she becomes something? The bee woman or?
Yes.
Now that is something I should read. I am sold. That is good. Okay, Laya. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I'm not gonna be
Okay, yeah, you shouldn't nominate. Okay, Emre is now here, so maybe we can skip the organizational updates. Quickly jump into the educational updates. We have representatives from the education team, right? Do we have either of the Brooks? They're not here. Simon?
I think Simon is covering.
Simon? Wow! Come out here, Simon. I mean, the Ethiopian education updates is a pretty big update, and usually it's been held by academy heads. Thank you so much, Simon.
He's
Go
now a
ahead.
lead of education there.
Okay, that was Baruch. That was Baruch. Yes.
My name is Simon, not Simon G. Simon.
Okay.
I'll be presenting this week.
Close to your mouth. Mic goes close to your mouth.
Okay, this week, as the weeks before, we're doing project phase preparation, and the first thing that we finalized is the learning tracks. All 3 learning tracks, actually 5, they're finalized, and the next one is dormitory needs for non-graduating heads and also some students. This is still in process. Brooke, they're there to finalize this, but I think they have agreed to give us dorms for with 1,500 per person. So we have to pay them in order to get the dorm. This is for the heads. For the students, I'm not sure whether we are providing the money or they're paying the money. The next one is project phase process documentation. The documentation for project phase is done and prepared. The next one is we have filtered 50 ideas from the project ideas that were collected for the project phase. And the last one was follow-up meeting with Funda and Emre with Brooke McConnell, but this didn't happen on this week. I don't know the reasons, but okay, for the plans, the first plan is next week, the meeting will happen. And we'll be sharing the learning track with the core dev team for a review, and we'll be working on that. And the next one is share the filter ideas with the product team, and we'll be working on the reviews we get from the product team. That's it for the Vincent plans. Any questions?
No question from my side, from this side, Simon. But one question is the project phase going to have start the coming week? That's what's going to happen.
Not
2 weeks. July 15th.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. That's good to know. If we don't have any questions, no. All right. Thank you so much, Simon, for giving the first ever Ethiopian education updates. Thank you. So now that we have Emre with us, we can go back and receive the organizational updates. Emre.
Thank you, Dakim. So if you look at the wins of the week, the follow-ups for GITEX, SASTER, and London Africa Tech Summit events still are going on. Frankly speaking, it wasn't a very active week this week. I had only 2 calls with GIZ, which is a German organization. It acts like a non-profit. It belongs to German government, but they do collaborate with many international organizations. So the conversation was very nice. The person was very knowledgeable about their internal structure, and we had some good tips in terms of how we can collaborate with them. So they don't work with US organizations. Therefore, for our official collaboration, we are going to be waiting our official entities to be set up in either Ethiopia or Ghana. However, through collaboration with some government entities, it is possible to do some common projects. And they are going to connect us with their Ethiopian branch, And after that connection, we will learn more. But this is more of a long-term game. And one good news for the graduating members. So this also initiated some conversations with a program that helps immigrants to get connected with opportunities in Germany. So they are looking for highly qualified people to go for such positions, and we have highly qualified people. So this can mean some opportunities from Germany for A2SVs. And what else? So obviously I'm here in Ethiopia, safe and sound. It was nice to see family and do the other stuff that we had to do. But it also feels great to be back, team, even if I don't enjoy the rain that much. We have enough sun here in Ethiopia. So we had our second board meeting of the year yesterday. So the focus was mainly about our plans for funding. How are we going to find enough financial resources to run the next year's education? At the moment, still our search is going on. We are going to get an answer from Bloomberg by the end of this month. This is our highest prospect, but we will continue making efforts. And for the beta testing progress reports, they have been submitted by many leaders, if not all. I remember receiving at least 3 of them. And I have a meeting with Salman on Monday to go over these reports and make more concrete launch readiness criteria preparation for each project. And lastly, I had a meeting with Eunice from Founders Factory Africa. So this VC is especially focusing on pre-seed level funding. So they work with entrepreneurs who have idea and who don't have the product in the market yet. And they also work with products that are seeking product market fit. So their funding amounts are not that large. So usually they go for hundreds of thousands of dollars. For now, we decided to keep in touch and have regular check-ins, monthly check-ins. Because at the moment, we do not directly seek funds for our projects. And that's where their interest is. But there is a very good synergy, especially the person that I met. She also wants to empower technology in Africa. I hope this may also turn into something great. So when we look at what's coming next week, like we will definitely continue the follow-ups. I think we forgot to copy that one. Or maybe does the current actually do the job on one end?
Yes, it means it's going to happen anyway.
Okay.
Not yet.
So that's coming to plans as well. Obviously, we will continue with the follow-ups. And there will be more meetings. So this week, as I mentioned, if I remember correctly, I had only 2 external meetings. But next week, my objective is definitely going high, like close to 10. And we are forming funding special forces. So we are doing this on the ground in Ethiopia. So there are organizations and individuals that we want to connect in Ethiopia for funding purposes. And there are some execution work that we need to do, which I'm having trouble to find enough time to work on, but still it doesn't change the importance of it. And with the help of funding special forces, we want to gain more momentum and hopefully close some deals in the near future. So laptop delivery, yes, we have seen this many times. But finally, I have been informed there is only one remaining step, and they believe it's going to be completed this afternoon. And this means we can actually get the Monday or Tuesday laptop deliveries. So we have never been this close. Fingers crossed. Still, we don't know if there are any unknowns, but it really feels like early next week we finally get the delivery of the laptops. And as I mentioned, I will also meet with Salman, and we will also meet with the project leaders. The teams are already internally discussing this, and we will also bring in the senior opinions to set the launch criteria for our core dev projects. And just to give you a bit of a background, this is the amount of engagement that we are looking for from the test users to say that our product is ready to be put in front of public. So now we will start doing marketing efforts. We are going to bring more attention and more users for these products. So for us to do that, we need to see some validation, right, with our test users. If our test users are not using our platform, it's very unlikely that other people are going to use it. For that reason, it is important for us to see the necessary engagement in the testing phase. At the same time, this is not one-fits-all situation, because the engagement level Adot is looking with a pregnant lady may be very different than engagement level Skillbridge is looking for with the high school students, right? Like during the pregnancy, maybe in the later months, you will see more traffic. Maybe in Skillbridge, it's going to heavily depend how far we are from the exam, right? In the last month, you would probably expect to see a lot more activity. So like I gave this example to make it clear that this is a project-specific decision. There are different engagement metrics you need to look for, different projects, and the level of engagement you want to see is also differing from one project to another. And next week, hopefully, we are going to have a clear picture with the help of our teammates, team leads, and senior members in terms of where is the bar for the projects to be called launch ready. So these are the wins and plans from organizational and team. Do you have any questions or points? Yes, Vanessa. Yes, she is currently in Rwanda, to my knowledge. She arrived there on Monday. I don't know how long is she going to stay there. Yes, like I didn't get the full updates. So in the board meeting, we had a short touch on that with MasterCard Foundation. She mentioned that their office is just next door. She's already collaborating with somebody who works there. She's also in touch with a company who got funded by them. So at least I heard the MasterCard side, but there is more, which I haven't heard yet. Hopefully next week in weekly events, we can ask her. Yes, any other questions or points, team? I felt like I have seen a hand over there, but was it just? Not now, when Vanessa was raising her hand. Okay, cool. All right, team, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Emre. Okay, thanks everyone. So we can continue to education updates, which will be given to us by Mati, remotely from Ghana. So let's see if we have Mati online. Mati, do we have you?
Yeah, back in here. All right. Hope everyone is well. So this week in Ghana, our week started on Tuesday. Eid was also celebrated on Monday here. It was a national holiday. We had a good, productive week. Some of our wins are, we started conducting strong application sessions where the students were working on polishing their resumes. We had a short lecture on it, and then followed by a workshop where they applied what they learned. For the starter project, we aggregated the data for the students to see how they did during the starter project. And we were also able to see an overview of the whole group, how they performed. And they performed really well. We gave some suggestions to the students, also regarding heads-up policies. We've seen that some of the students were abusing it, and we gave some suggestions on that. For Thera, the main project, backend team is worked on setting up their environments, reviewing the PRDs, and discussing about the entities. Mobile and web team, we gave some suggestions on the starter project, so they were finalizing that, and also they were able to review the PRD in regards to knowing what they will be developing for the main project. So early stages of UI UX design based on the user stories that are approved. The UI UX team has finished designing the user authentication pages, in which next week the web and the mobile team would be developing. Continued meeting with the school. So for the NSS, we had a continued meeting, and things are going well in regards to collaborating with the school to have the students serve their NSS at the school while working for A2SV. So our plans for the coming week is to start.
Marty, I'm really sorry to stop you right there.
No worries.
Is it okay if you could turn on your camera to make this more engaging, interactive?
Of course.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, thank you, Terry. So for the plans, we're planning to start the development of basic features since the user authentication pages have been designed. Web and mobile team would be working on that, while backend team would work on finishing the endpoints for the user authentication. For the PRD, we've sent out the PRDs for some of our seniors for review, and we're planning to schedule a review session by the coming week. And also, based on the feedbacks we get from them, we're going to refine the feature list and the whole PRD. So continued sessions. So the sessions are going to be weekly, the strong application sessions, until the end of the education phase. So currently they're working on their resumes. Next up is going to be cover letters and then LinkedIn profiles. So that's our plan. And for the NSS, now that the collaboration is going well, we want to finish everything from our side, which is to have the list of students that are going to be working with A2SV. So we need their interests, and also they have to meet the requirements we're going to set. So for that, we're going to have recruitment filtering by the coming weekend. Since it's time sensitive, we're planning to finish all of the interviews by the coming weekend. So these are the plans.
Thank you so much, Marty, for the well-explained updates. Let's see if we have any questions from here. Anybody questions regarding the Ghana education? Yes.
When is the school going to end? Like this year, due to university games, Ghana is going through an unusual schedule. So when the school is going to finish?
Yeah. So they're going to finish their class around the end of July, so July 27, and then they will have their final examination sessions. So with the final examination, they will finish around August 20, which is a good time where most applications would open. So I would say they're in a good timeline.
Okay, thank you, Marty, for answering that. Any other questions do we have? All right. Thank you, Marty. Okay, we can continue to the remote education updates to be given to us by Yared, which includes DIME and the education aspect as well. Right?
Thank you, Dagger. For the G5 remote education updates, the wins that we've had this week includes, the first one is we continued our normal education. This means we gave a lecture on DFS, and also we were able to finalize distributing gifts for our camp top performers. Another thing is this week we were supposed to have a meeting for the A2SV handbook. If you guys remember, last week I mentioned we have started this A2SV handbook squad that's going to be working on handbook prepared by A2SV for all of our students, including those in the community education. We weren't able to have the meeting this week because mainly most of our team members were the handbook squad. Most of the squad was occupied with other things like exams and other meetings. So we're going to have this meeting next week. We've already started working on it. We just missed this weekly meeting. That's the issue. Next win that we have from remote education is we created the first draft video of the YouTube lecture series. Do we have it on that? Okay, so this video, the first video for the YouTube lecture series, it's on time and space complexity. And we recorded the video, and the social media team added some beautiful effects to make it more appealing. And that video is created, the first draft. So what we're going to do for the next week is we're going to have multiple teams working on different YouTube lectures, taking the first draft as an example, and then producing other contents. Doing this parallelly would help us to create more videos faster. And another plan we have for the next week is continuing the normal education. We have a lecture on BFS planned for the coming week. And also we'll be continue working on the A2SV handbook. When I move on to the remote secondary education, that's the project, contacting more experts on the project. And this week, we've gotten more information than the previous weeks. We've gotten clarity on the things we can do and the things we can't do based on the legal systems here in Ethiopia. And we have more meetings with experts planned for the coming weeks. We were working on a report on the expert meetings and the institution visits. We're compiling everything that we've learned from the meetings with the experts and the institutions that we've visited in a single document. And we're working on that. So that's continuing for the next week because we're meeting more experts for the coming week. And another win that we've had is concluded the internship. We had 2 people working for Dime as interns, and they presented it today or yesterday. Yesterday, they presented their work for us, and we concluded it. They said they were interested in continuing with working with Dime, so that's one good news. And I think I covered the plans with the wins for Dime. And if you have any questions, I welcome you. Yes, ma'am. So the expert we're talking to is we're working on a fintech application. So we're talking to people that work in the financial system and also in this fintech, especially EatSwitch. If you guys are aware of this, that's the national switch in Ethiopia. That's the institution responsible for us to make interbank transfers, and we're thinking of mainly working with them. So we're mainly contacting people from there, and also people from the National Bank of Ethiopia, and other people that have worked on this fintech projects. Any other questions?
Thank you so much, Arif. And team, that was it for the remote education squad updates. We can continue with the community education updates will be given to us by Reddit. Or do we have minutes? Yes.
The first thing is
Mike close to the.
okay. Yeah, the first plan was to resume community education. As you know, there were final examinations that were happening in the previous week, and for that reason, the community education was halted for a week, except for Division 1 students. So we are able to start the community education for Div 2 students in this week, but most of the Div 3 students were still in progress with their finals and related project stuff. For that reason, we did not completed that, but Div 2 and Div 3, Div 2 and Div 1 students have already resumed their community education. The second one is GTX contacts reach outs. So during the GTX Expo, we were able to find different students that were part of the Expo, and we were able to collect their contact information. So after doing that, in this week, we have already, we started sending them out messages. So the messages actually were crafted by the community team and got comments from Jordanos. And after finalizing that, we have finalized the reach outs for the GTX contact. We'll be doing follow-ups in the coming week, but the initial reach outs has been done. The third one is finalizing the hackathon workshop plans. So we actually have almost completed the workshop plans, the topics to include in the workshop, and also the times in which this workshop are going to be given. And together with Jordanos, we are also like trying to find the right people for this workshop. We found some mentors and advisors that were registered. They were willing to give out to provide workshop on some of the topics. So we have mashed them out. There are some topics that are still up for grabs, so we'll be also working on that. The last one is promotion of community education through the hackathon. So we have already planned out to have a dedicated onboarding system for hackathon participants to our community education. We have finalized the necessary steps, and we have already make the forms, the process open for the reviews. Once they are done, which is, I think they will be done today, we're going to announce it for our hackathon participants starting from next week. So we're going to tell them more about A2SV education, and if they are interested, we'll onboard them to the community education. Yeah, going to the plans, of course, continue the community education for Div 3 students, promotion of community education through the hackathon, which I just mentioned. The third one is the reach out session. So we kind of had reach outs to promote the hackathon. We used Hates to do the reach outs. There were some, like this task was not really completed. So based on Emre's suggestion, we are planning out to have a session in which every head is going to be part of it, and we will do the reach outs together. So it's not going to take more than 2 hours. We have planned this reach out to be on Wednesday, starting from 10 a.m. to 12. We have already communicated this with the lead head of the education group, and we have, I think, almost the preparation is done. So we're going to have this reach out session, and we'll try to reach out students of African universities to tell them about the hackathon. The last one is project idea filtration plan. Yeah, so after the registration, what comes is the project idea submission and also filtration. So we're going to finalize that. The matrices that we have used, actually, I have shared that with the product team. We're getting a review from them in the next week, and we'll try to incorporate that and also other matrices and try to finalize the project idea filtration plan. And also, we'll try to include some AI models to assist us. And to do that, we have already started creating a pipeline to do that, and that will also be done next week. So yeah, this is all about the plans and the updates. Any questions? Okay.
Thank you, Bamni. All right, up next, let's have Vanessa to give us the communications updates.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Dagim. So under communications, what we had as a part of our wins this week is we had some success story videos from Ethiopia and then also from Ghana as well. We also had like a very good video, if you have seen it, for Fikanu, where he was also giving tips to the students in terms of like how you can also ace an interview or also get an internship at a top tech company. And then Ghana also had a farewell ceremony for Ephraim. So we also had those videos done as well. And then in terms of the hackathon, the promotions, we did some A2SV news shoots, we did some A2SV question and answer shoots. Also, the lead community education head, Ferouz. And then also we had some slideshows, which were infographics as well for the hackathon promotions. And then also, as promised, we published all CoreDev interview videos. The Akil one was done today. We're fixing some sound issues with that one because I think where we shot it from a JTEX was a bit noisy. And then also last week we mentioned Emirates LinkedIn newsletter. It's under review, and hopefully we can have it finalized by Monday. Okay. And then also last week we mentioned having a head start for the official launch of the CoreDev project. But as it has been mentioned, it could be delayed, so we had put that on hold. And then also we wanted to do some post promotions this week, and we were not able to because Polygon Interactive was on a holiday. So hopefully, as soon as they resume, we'll make sure to promote all CodeF posts as well. And then also, yesterday we had the women empowerment session with Olufunto. Thank you so much to the lead heads for the communication and helping us market this event to the students. I think we had like 106 in total attendance, which was good. Obviously, we can do better because we have bigger numbers in A2SV, but nonetheless, the event was a success, and she would love to come back again if we ever extend another invite. On our plans, we're planning to have the success story video shoots with Anania and Hannah. So as discussed last time, we're trying to spread this out so that we don't like continuously flood them, just in case they are our only success stories, which hopefully they won't be. So we're trying to extend and give each person momentum every week. So when we record the success stories for Anania and Hannah next week, we'll also create a video for one of them, and then the other video the upcoming week. And then in terms of the hackathon, this week we invited one of the Ethiopian teams that were finalists for the hackathon. So we shot some interview videos with them. And then also we will be working on a plan for HubSpot so that we can have emailing, possibly maybe 2 times a week. And then also we also have some content coming with the jury that we had last year's hackathon. So we're going to contact the jury as well. We're also going to have some posts about them as well from the footage that we have. And then also we will invite another team to have videos with them. So for the hackathon, we'll possibly have something like 5 videos, and then also motion graphics from the jury as well for next week. And then also in terms of CodeF, we'll start doing some social media content planning. So far for the other teams, they have been helping us with some details in terms of what to include in the content that's coming. Also, if you have like upcoming features that you want to advertise, those are the stuff we're looking into. So we have like a plan that's going to be rolling out for SkillBridge. We have another one for Akil. So for the other teams as well, we need like some consistency in terms of like helping us with the planning as well. And then also we did some designs for the A2SV student and staff ID cards. We're waiting for Emma on this one. So hopefully this will be reviewed soon. And then we can have this printed out for the students and staff to make it easier to get it up record. And then also next week for our media team, we'll be having a workshop from a media team and an expert as well. Esgi is organizing this one. So we're not yet sure of the dates. We'll finalize on the date, and then we'll have it for the media team. But of course, if other people are interested as well, you're welcome to join and feed into the knowledge as well. So those are our weekly wins and also next week plans. Any questions? If not, thank you, Dagen.
Thank you, Vanessa, for the extended updates about communications department. And yeah, we're going to have Mary to give us the product updates. Small highlights of surprise. To write the entire sentence.
Okay, I'll start with the wins. For the wins, we have finalized user stories for the student project, and we will start working on the UI designs. So the other one is we also start working on our computer analysis from our GITEX findings. So based on the products we find in GTEX, we are doing computer analysis, and we are also looking for features to integrate into our products. This is started. We are going to continue doing that. The other one is we are working on the business plan document for the Core Day project. So this is one is ongoing. It's taking more time since we need more data, but we try to finalize it next week, and it would be ready for review from our seniors and different members. The other one is followed up on the sponsorship from Ethio Telecom for the hackathon. We were looking for sponsors. For sponsors from Ethio Telecom, so we have like followed up on that. The other one is we were making contacts and meeting from the GuideXs, so that is also completed. We were also facilitating like core dev social media posters with social media. And for the plan, we are going to start working on the UI designs for the user stories that are not done. And the other one is also we will have a planning session with project leads for the student projects. And the other one is we are going to finalize our computer analysis from our guidance findings. And as I've mentioned, we are going to finalize the business plan documents. And we also make further contact from and meetings with GuideX leads. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. I haven't invited if anyone has questions though. Okay, yeah, we can quickly jump into the Generation 4 project updates. We can start with Bazar. You guys can quickly come out and give us a quick rundown of what happened throughout the week and what your plans are, and we can quickly navigate along. Thank you.
Hi, I am Antana, and I will be giving you the updates for Project Bazar. In this week, we have been able to manage to integrate the chatbot and the dashboard features for the mobile site, and we also completed the business listing and dashboard features on the website. We also got some new UIs for business listing, review pages and business profiles. For the next week, we are planning to revise the PRD since we weren't include the video features on the first PRD. We also include that on the new PRD, and we are also planning to prepare pitch decks for potential investors. Since we are about to finish the first MVP on the website, where we will be discussing about non-MVP features.
Thank you, Anton. And yeah, for other members, try to be at least as loud as I am right now, so the other team can hear us. So we have Enoch to give us Hakim Hub. Enoch, quick rundown of what happened throughout the week for Hakim Hub. Try to be loud.
Okay, so there was the materials review from GitX. Our product members and some members that were not in our team, there were I guess similar projects that were being done like Hakim Hub. So we're reviewing. They reviewed it, and we have that data. So for the next MVP, we're going to use that to make decisions on what to pivot towards. We've also done 80% web team test coverage. Internships were completed today, so that's also one win. Planning for the next MVP, it's not done this week since I was busy as well, and most of the team members were busy as well. So it has been moved to next week. So for next week, our plans are we're going to review existing web and mobile UIs, actual implementations, and see what needs to be improved and things like that. We're also going to prepare the next MVP draft next week, review it, and I guess start development. We're also going to improve the UI UX. As it stands now, it's not up to standard, so we're going to improve what we can. We're also going to refactor the code base for optimizations, for potential optimizations. So those are our wins and plans.
Thank you. Right chair, Abenizar.
Thank you, team.
Voice.
Okay. For the right share, the past week, weekly wins and our right share wins. The first one is we smoothly continued our development and the testing, and the another one we are completed the internship, and the interns are present their workers, what they have done so far for the past 3.5 months, and they showed their demos. And another one, we have done the package type and the vehicle type, which is from the package management from admin side, that admin can create, update, delete package types and vehicle type, which is car types. And another one, we are in progress integrating the web payment page, which is a Chapa payment. And we are continue working on testing for the rider side command features. For the QRs, it's already have done. And now we are working on the command features. And another one, we are working on the admin dashboard UI design, which is also in progress. And the another one we haven't done yet is work on the package selection flow on the driver side mobile app, which is because of we have just one mobile app internet, and his PC was not working for the past weeks, so that we are not still start these tasks. And our next plans is we will finalize integrating for the web payment pages, which is started with internet, and we will discuss how to finalize, how to continue integrating the web payment pages. And next step, we'll continue working on the admin UI design, which is still in progress. And we hopefully will finalize testing for the rider side command features. And the final one is we will start on package selection flow on the driver side mobile app. I think this is the plans. And if you have any question. Thank you.
Finally, we can move along to G4. ASTO updates should be given to us by Emmanuel from remote. Aman?
All right. Hey, guys.
You can continue.
Right. All right. Thank you, guys. My name is Amanil. I'll be presenting you the wins and plans for this week. As we know, most of our students are now in their final breaks, so we are continuing our efforts with our full-time graduating members, and that's why we have smaller updates, and hence we have merged our updates, and I'll be presenting them in one slide. So starting from escalates, this week they have sent follow-up emails for the connections made on the GITEX event. They have also synced with the Code UI UX team on the escalate redesign. So starting from now, the Code UI UX team will be taking over the designs and work for that. And going to Spark Tank, this week they have finished implementing the startup profile preview with its filter functionalities. And they are now working on refactoring and testing with error handling. And for Vertex, we have done more testing and refactoring. We have also finalized planning for our next sprint so that all the students will know their features when they're going to be back after their breaks. And our plans include Skelets. They will do some PRD enhancements. As I mentioned earlier, the Code UI UX team is going to take over. So to make better designs, the PRD documents have to be more explanatory, and they will be doing this on the next week. And they will also start onboarding 2024 graduates for their Skeleton talent. And Spark Tank team, they have planned to fix and do more refactoring and testing for their mobile features. As we know, Spark Tank, they have one full-time mobile member, so they are continuing their efforts on that side. And they are also going to migrate their database. Last time their database expired, so they are going to post it on a new storage. And for Vertex, we are going to reinitiate development with our returning members. Most of our members have now finished their finals, and some have told us they can continue working even if they are on break. So we will be starting our development, and we will also sync with all the members regarding their next plan. And this is not specific to Vertex, but for all the projects, we are going to do the same thing so that we can have a full picture of how our project phase is going to look on the summer. These are our weeks and plans. If you guys have any questions, you are welcome.
Thank you so much, Aman. We don't seem to have any questions from this side. And finally, we can progress to our core development updates. We can start off by Adot. We have Adona to give us the Adot updates.
Hi, everyone. So for Adult this week, we have implemented a notification for chat feature on the doctor's flow. So now users can get notified when they receive a message from their doctor. We have also implemented deep link on the insight section of Adult's patient side platform. This is mostly important so users can share the contents they read on the application on any social media platform. This is also important for us, so we can share content on our Telegram community, and users will be directly can go to the website to the application from the community. We also have finalized the features section and why adult section on our website. So on the first page, these were the sections that we were left with. So we're done with the first page. The other task was redesigning the UI for some of the pages on the doctor's flow. For this one, we weren't satisfied with the design. So we have reviewed it, and based on that, we'll make some updates. We have also continued addressing some fixes that we got from Emre on our review session. This task will continue to the next week because we are left with a few fixes. For next week, as I've mentioned, we'll address the fixes we got and also continue updating the UI on the doctor's flow. We'll also finalize the About Us section on our website. And once we're done with that, we'll have a review within our team and address any issues that are found. We'll also add a reminder notification for kick counter. This is mostly important if users didn't record any kicks they had during the day, we'll remind them to record it. So any questions? Thank you.
Thank you. If we don't have any questions, we can quickly progress to Akil. Akil, updates are going to be given to us by Mahi. Mahi, take the stage.
Okay. For this week in general, we've been doing GITEX post-processing. So we had a connection with MasterCard Foundation, and we have introduced Jordanus with them so that they can keep the partnership going on. We've sent them an email introducing Jordanus from our side. We've also had a meeting with Apex Services. They are an organization who gives technology and has for NGOs. They have a lots of connection around the world, but they don't have a presence in Africa. So we had a meeting of how we can collaborate with them. So they suggested that they would be introducing to some of their connection that they have here in Africa, and then we do some of the groundworks here as Akil. They would have some ground presence here in return. So we'd test out how this partnership would go on, and then if we have some benefits from it, we'd continue like that. So the other one is a partnership and collaboration meeting. British Council, they called us to demo our product, and we had a fruitful conversation with them. They told us some next step that we can take for our products to be more fruitful. So they got connected us with two NGOs that are that closely works with British Council, and we'll follow up on those NGOs next week. And also with Nexus volunteering organization, they visited us here. So these are volunteering organization groups which mainly focused on summer volunteering activities. They are backed by Labawi High School, as you guys know, one of the private school who has 100% in entrance. So they have a good back. They are backed by those schools. So we would continue working with them for them to onboard on our platform and use their volunteers for our existing NGOs. And on development side, we continued addressing some fixes suggested on our review session. We would continue working on that as some of the fixes we needed a redesign in our UI, and then we will continue addressing them and finish them by next week. And on content localization, we have localized all the Afan Oromo, but some of the contents were like long and it was meeting up the UI. So we would do one more review of like shortening some of the contents and then adding it, implementing it in our platform. So we will continue on our GITEX post-processing. We are done with most of the follow-ups, and we wanted to reinitiate some of the connection. We have sent out on the first week some emails, and we didn't get any reply. We would do a second round of email for those, so that to make sure that they have seen the first email. And we'll continue working on addressing the fixes suggested, and we will do the first contact with a Reading Generation User Association. These are the NGOs that we got connected with British Council. They are the largest user association here in Ethiopia. They started last March, so we would go and visit them and see what we can do with them, since they have a lot of volunteers in their association, and we will work on landing page finalization next week. Any questions?
You don't have any questions? Thank you, Mahi. Thanks for the updates. Up next, we have AfroChat, which is going to be given to us by Tadios.
Yeah, Tawfiq. Yeah, so for this week, we have been just focusing on improvements we can do on the platform. So we addressed some of the UI comments for the mobile app, and we also started an in-depth testing and refactoring on the backend, because that was the highest priority we had. We also created a comprehensive roadmap for our AfroChat launch, what we need for the deliverables, and at the same time what we hope to gain, and make sure that our stats match the potential of AfroChat and how we need to move to the next steps. We also were working on different bug fixes from different reviewers. We have about 20 reviewers on the iOS, and we have about more than I think 50 reviewers for the Android, and we're trying to get as much as review as possible. And for the GTX follow-up, we had a meeting. Actually, most of the things were done with Hiao, our product manager, and we had a discussion regarding 5 exceptions, where there are a company that tries to help us in terms of marketing and also technical availabilities. And we had a starting conversation, but I'm not sure how it's going to follow up. We need to have another session with them. Also, there was another Google engineer a senior Google engineer who works on Internet of Things. He wanted to connect us and give us more access to the GCP credits for deployment and other type of experimentation we might do. We still need one more session with him in order to confirm and have that set up as well. For also the business plan document is we are having a business plan for AfroChat. It's mostly being done by the product team, but we hope we have something for the next week. For the next week, our plan is going to be, we're going to have a deployment of our web app, so anybody can use through the web app. And at the same time, we're going to continue the things we need to progress. That is going to be refactoring and testing and finalizing the business document as well. And that's the follow-up for the GTX contact. We're going to try to get a confirmation on their help, a specific confirmation on their help regarding to the 5 exception for the marketing campaign, and at the same time with a senior member from Google. And also we're going to have a second follow-up with Funda. She wanted to discuss about some aspects of the product, and she wanted to test it for herself and have another session. So we're going to have another session with her. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Any questions? Yes. Social media space. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, definitely. I'll share that information.
Thank you, Tadios. And we have Rate It up next. It's going to be given to us by Aku. Requirements.
So this is Makwan from Reddit to give the weekly updates for Reddit. So the wins are the first win, like the big win for last week is finalizing the pre-ordering client and business app. The end-to-end testing is finished, or the internal testing is finished. And also redesigning app UI for some components and implementation is in progress. We just did for some of the like the homepage, but it's in progress. And also the Afan Oromo language support on mobile app is in progress because like the product team are working on it to finish the translation document. So as soon as they finish the translation document, we integrate with the mobile application, and also testing the payment integration. This is also done. And also chain and branch management on the web is also done. So these are the wins for this week, and also the plans. We are gonna integrate Apple sign-in. Like this is a requirement for App Store release. And also we're gonna implement the social concepts and features design and implementation. We need some so we need to integrate social features with rated application. So we're gonna implement the design. The design document is already started. We're gonna finish it in the next week. And also partnership with the restaurants for testing ordering feature. As I just mentioned in the winners, we just finished the end-to-end testing or the internal testing, but we're gonna work, or we're gonna partner with the restaurants, and also you guys are required to test it out, like start the ordering. And UI updates on the mobile app. This is also the next week plan, and also redefine authorization based on newly modified admin roles. This will do. This would also the plans for next week. These are the plans and wins for Reddit. Do you have any questions?
Thank you. Thank you, Maku. And finally, let's have Skillbridge out here to give us the final updates given to us by Didier.
Hello everyone. This is Didier from Skillbridge. So for this week, we have the issues and the feedback we had on the mobile app. So basically, we are reviewing the mobile app, and we have found some bugs as well as some improvement to make. So we are able to address those issues. Then we were able to have more review session with the seniors, and based on that, we are designing some new UI for the mobile app. There is also the landing page. So we basically analyzed the landing page, but there were some comments given by as well as some members. We'll be addressing weeks. The other one is localization. So we are working on adding Fan Oromo on our mobile app. So that's in progress. We'll try to finalize it by next week. The other one is, so as you know, the entrance exam is coming. So we have started daily contest where instead of only having the weekly contests, now we have daily contest where students can national exam questions and compete with their friends. So we have started, we have launched the daily contests. So along with that, we have been preparing some posters on the Telegram as well as designing rollouts so that you can display it here at our boards. The other one is post-processing. So we have communicating with we have met. So we'll be conducting some meetings next week. And we are processing those conversations. The other one is landing page deployment. So we decided to finalize the changes we need to do, and we'll deploy it next week. So it's still in progress. The other one, so the plan for next week is we'll be having review session with seniors. We'll continue addressing the issues and the feedback on the mobile app. We'll continue posting on social media so that we can talk about our daily business as well as our launching. The other one will be populating model exams from different schools. So different schools will give model exam for their students. So we'll try to collect those model exam and display it on our mobile app. We'll also start contacting schools so that we can get more students as well as talk with like school director for our launch. The other one is it will be made at GTX. So that's the plan. Yes.
So we have less than a month.
Yes.
So what can we do as A2SV? How can we help or
Basically, as I said, so that we can assist students, we have started the daily contest. So basically, the time now is students mainly will be doing entrance exam questions so that they can get prepared for the exam since only a few days left. So we have prepared the daily contest on our platform. So it's a good chance for them like to practice a national exam question as well as like see themselves with, along with their friends and how they stand compared to other students, as well as they can earn money. So if you know like any students or any siblings or any like anyone you know who's preparing for the national exam, you can invite them to our mobile app and they can definitely find the daily contests and practice the national exam questions. So yeah. So yeah, the first thing is if you join like our Telegram community, we post the link for every daily contest along this post. You can also find it on our app. We can also share like the daily contests link. So right now, the easiest thing for you is to join the Telegram community we have, which is on Telegram, Skillbridge. What's that? The username? Yeah, maybe you can post it on the general so that it is easier for.
general channel, like if you prepare a message that, let's say, we can send to people that we know in high school. We are trying to just paste us, and more of us.
We'll do that.
And the contest, daily contest is at 6 p.m. Right?
Yeah.
It's actually a good time to make reach outs after maybe at the end of the 20 minutes.
We'll make a post on Slack now, then you can share it. Okay. Any other questions?
Not a question, but I also have a suggestion for Skillbridge actually. So there was this thing that we did for A2SV when the Turkey earthquake happened. It's like related something similar to the Ice Bucket Challenge, where you nominate at least 2 people to share a word about your or what you're doing basically. So since you guys have already made connection, established some kind of connection with some students in schools, maybe if you try to initiate this campaign with the students, it will create a chain reaction where friends, because I mean, students are like have like very, very interconnected friends. So if you start a certain campaign with one student, it's going to reach another school to another school to another school. So maybe starting this ice bucket challenge, you can ask us for more details. Just requires for like one single graphics with QR code and everything and one message. And then one student can share with his team members. It can be 2 people, and then 2 people, and then without before you know it actually it will reach a lot of people. So that's like another campaign that you guys can push. Suggestion. Definitely. Please reach out to the team.
Yeah. So we'll attach the link to the Slack post. So on the general. Yeah, currently shown data testing, which is it's not. So.
But definitely, it can be found with a QR code or a link.
Yeah.
More features. So we finally have to use Embrace, we're going to push it on Tuesday. It's not going to take much time. A lot of experience from other teams. It should be ready to be settled within 4 days.
Thank you, Lydia. Yes, and yeah, with that, I would like to move over to. We were supposed to have a conclusive remark by Mr. Alper, but he said he's not having a reliable internet connection as of due to where he is at the moment. So we tried to reach out to another senior member, Mr. Ali, who has joined us on our call right now. Mr. Ali, are you with us?
Yeah, I am with you again.
Very nice. Okay, in that case, you can give us some conclusive remarks and we can jump into the quote of the day.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I would like to thank all team members for their presentations about their projects. And I'm really proud of the progress that we have done in those projects. Now, I can clearly see that we are addressing the technical side of the products, the business side of the product, the pricing, the revenue side, the go-to-market strategy. We are addressing all those items one by one, and each week we are discussing what's working, what's not working, and we are trying to get ready for the launch. What I want to stress today is we need to know also, we need to address the customers as well. That's why, again, can you bring the quote of the day? Quote of the day is, don't find customers for your products. Find products for your customers. We need to be customer oriented, whatever we are doing in our projects. Okay, you can have a perfect app, perfect product, but you need to solve the pain of the customers. You need to understand them. You need to live with them. And this is not a one-time thing also. For example, after you launch your product and get some traction, you need to understand changing customer needs and addressing them. You need to change your design accordingly by observing the customer's needs and customers' demand. You need to do also market research to see what they want, what are the trends that your target audience has. Also, you need to take feedback seriously. You need to systematically go to your customers, get their feedback about your product, your offerings, and you will discover new needs when you do that. And you will see what's working, what's not working with your app, with your projects. And also, you need to know when you need to change the features in your projects, and you need to adapt to new realities of customers. Also, you need to have a minimum viable product strategy, MVP strategy to start with. And you need to, again, understand from the start the customer's pain point and how are you addressing them, how are you solving them through the app, through the project. You need to understand also the customization and the personalization of the products to the customers different with customers selection. But in these days, personalization is everything. And you are having phones, and first thing you are doing that you are personalizing those phones according to your preferences. Your app should do the same for your target audience. And also, you need to know the importance of user experience and product success. I mean, you can have the perfect technical product, but you need to know the user experience, and you need to have really talented UX UI design people in your team. And also, you need to build a community around your product. You need to have dedicated followers. You need to live with your community. You need to feel their needs. You need to participate. You need to share. You need to interact with them. Otherwise, your product cannot do what's supposed to do. You need to have followers, dedicated followers. Also, you need to focus on the niche market. I mean, because you cannot be everything to everybody. You have a limited resources. You need to find your niche, and you need to go deep in that niche to differentiate yourself from the rest of the competition. But everything is about customer. You need to, for example, you are every week you are presenting the new changes on the apps and everything. But you need to address the customer. Why are you doing that changes and how it affects the customer? Are you addressing any the pain point of the customers, or you are doing for you are thinking that, oh, this is the best? You need to find a way to address customers. That's the thing. You need to live with your customer. You need to understand their pain, and you need to be a part of the community that you create. That's all I want to say. I mean, be a customer-oriented app, customer-oriented project, and you will find the success through that customer orientation. Thank you. Dagim, back to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ali, for the quote of the day and word of advice. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, with that, I would like to conclude today's June 21st weekly wins event. I hope you guys had a lot to take away from it. And happy weekends, and take care. Goodbye. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Ali. Yes. That's fine. We can wait.
After many of us are going to forget, if you can finish it now, that will be great. What's that? Yeah, keep it simple, exactly. Keep it simple. And if everybody, like, is there anybody who is like, Emre, I don't know any single team, can we do that? Feel free to share with more people. But please do it with at least one person. Hopefully we are going to see a better attendance for the daily contest today.
This is a lost earphone. After if anyone has seen, please contact UAIL.